meditation brought something unexpected in my life. Besides the amount of calm, the amount of restfulness, the reduced stress that I feel, the ability to have control of my stress, because stress is something amazing. There is something way more important that meditation brought into my life that raised the level of confidence that I have and my ability to take action. Something that most people they doubt, they don't even believe it's possible, they don't even believe it can happen. But when you connect with it, when you really start trusting that information that you're getting from yourself, you start having a level of trust that makes you feel like you could walk on an invisible bridge like in Indiana Jones. What I'm talking about is intuition. Since I started meditating at least 1 hour every day, I started having a very powerful sense of intuition. And I really started testing with it. I created a to-do list where each time my intuition would tell me something and I would trust my intuition and I would follow through, and then it would be real, I would stick that thing. And in the first year, I think I had 85 times where my intuition would guide me towards something real, something that would happen, which really means that in 1 year and 300 days, that's every 3 days, my intuition would tell me, do this, and I would do something that is totally out of the blue. And it's not just, receiving information from outside. It's also trusting your intuition in the moment. And I see that really a lot in my work because I'm a master hypnotist and I coach people. And so I have people on calls all the time and I see them in a video or have people in real life. And I can see by doing 1 hour of meditation every day, I learn to be in the present moment and you have the capacity to observe things way more in detail than when I'm excited, when I'm on coffee, or when I'm stressed, or when I'm anxious, or when I'm insecure. The other day, I had this thing with my roommate that just got kicked out. He started speaking with me, and I was observing just his body language. When you are in the present moment, it's so much easier to just listen, but also be able to observe everything that's happening. And he was trying to make me feel insecure. And at one point, I started saying that his hand was shaking. And I was like, your hand is shaking. You're the one who is insecure. And yesterday, I was on a call with a profiler. And it's very interesting because he profiled me and he was just looking at my body language. And when you're in the present moment, it's so much easier to observe these little clues and have that first layer of information of oh, this person, just by observing the way they are and the way they behave, I know a higher dimension of who they are and what they truly are trying to convey here. When I wasn't meditating, when I was in that stress, I would listen to people, I would believe them, and I would get betrayed, ripped off so many times. No, my intuition is so powerful that when someone is talking to me, I know exactly what they're meaning. And it's not that especially they're lying. Maybe it's just that they're not confident, so I'm just skipping them because I'm looking for someone who is more confident into what they're saying or they're doing. When you really take that time of practicing meditation for hours every day, first you are calm and you are in control of your emotions. Peace is the foundation for anything you want to create. It's like a blank canvas. When you're at peace, you're calm, you can make any emotion emerge. If you're stressed, if you're anxious, it's way more difficult to decide what emotion will come. And when we do hypnosis, the first thing we do is bring people to a certain level of peace. And then we make them feel other things. So having a practice of meditation, it's bringing you that presence, that clarity, that allows you to take everything that someone is giving you, the fullness of the information that they're giving you, not just the words that they're saying, not just the thing that they want you to understand, but everything that's about them. You start understanding them, and you can take that value and manage a relationship way better, which in sales is so much better, because when I have someone in front of me, I can know way faster if they're ready to buy or not. And it just makes things so much easier just by observing their patterns. Meditation gives you that ability to observe people's pattern in real time and understand where they are exactly. But then there is this other dimension, there's this other layer where you go beyond the physical. And that is a real magic, because you probably already had that intuition of like, oh, someone's gonna call me, someone's gonna text me, and just at that moment where you start thinking about it and you receive a text message. And that is really telepathic. We're not confined to our bodies, and we have the ability to roam around outside of the body. That's a higher level, and I'm not saying that you have to do it, but whenever you have these little clues of like, something's happening, just take a note of them. And over the course of like 3 months, 6 months, a year, just realize how many times your intuition is right. All these little clues. And I realized that my intuition is always, always right. One thing that I've noticed as well is that intuition is something that's very fluid. So intuition, that information that comes out from outside of your physical ability to know, it can change all the time. Someone might just be thinking, oh, I want this. And then something's happening within their life, and then they change their mind. And you can always influence. What you have to understand is that the information you get from your intuition gives you information for the current state. It's not a fixed state. Everything that's outside of the physical is extremely fluid. So someone might see something, they might have an emotion, they might have a desire, and that desire might shift, or you might be able to shift. What it gives you is to know where you are at that point. And the interesting thing is that when you are in a sales condition, you know where they are, at which point they are in the sales process, and you can understand how much effort you have to put to make them move towards the sale or toward whatever you want to have them do. And that is very interesting, because you are doing the right thing at the right time. You are putting in the right effort. And the other good thing is that because it's energy that is not manifested fully, you can have an influence on it. With your own intention, with your own energy, you can manipulate, you can influence their energy. So, for example, someone is mad at you, and you can feel their energy of being mad. What you can do energetically is start. I pray. I would pray and I would ask God, and I was like, give them all the love, give them all the positivity, so we can resolve this situation. And I'm surprised how many times it did happen, because it's not just about manifesting money or a new car. You can manifest peace within your relationship, and you can manifest agreement with people who are disagreeing with you, because in the essence, the soul of the person that you're connecting with, they want peace, they want resolution. No soul wants conflict. Conflicts happen in the physical between humans who are not happy. But on the higher levels, everybody is looking for resolution. So when you bring that energy with humbleness of like, no, you deserve, I deserve, no, like, I agree that I've done something that is not aligned with your desires, and we can bring some love, some peace within it, there will be a resolution happening, and you will be able to move forward in a certain way. And we need to understand that we are all manifesting from the same place. We all have the same amount of power, and we need to learn to collaborate with people and understand like, it's not all about me. There is their perception, is their point of view that I need to accept and I need to incorporate into that. If someone is feeling insecure about your desire, I'm asking my clients for referral, but my client doesn't feel secure for doing that because they're scared of like not doing the right thing for their network. I need to accept their point of view, and I cannot force. You cannot force people to accept what you want, but what you can do is energetically, through meditation, understand what they need for you to facilitate that. So people will move in a path of least resistance. So, for example, you want someone to do something for you, and they don't feel like the setting in which you are making it happen works. So you can create a space where they will feel comfortable. You can bring them a feeling of like, hey, this is good. The feeling of like, I'm doing something for you. Look, this is beautiful energetically. So can you do something? Can you invite other people? So you create an energetical space where they feel comfortable entering, and they will want to invite more people within that space. And when you do that through meditation, through working on your energy and accepting their point of view, their position, things are happening way more smoothly. I'm Asha, and I help entrepreneurs understand their emotion, their way the energy works, and create deeper transformation, identity shift that allows you to get wherever you want in your life. So if that's something you want, I have a community that's free on Scroll that you can join with the links below, and we'll get you started in order for you to become the most powerful entrepreneur you can be. Thanks for watching.